Welcome to my channel, Ocean Expressions. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of these. It's a really cute little macrame necklace. It's got a little charm on the bottom, a cute little design here. The stone is interchangeable and it has an adjustable length. Coming from my car. I made my roof rainbow. I reupholstered it because all the stuff was hanging down and now it's all furry and I love it. Anyway, that was way off topic. Necklace we're making today. If you've been liking these videos, please give them a like, subscribe and click the little bell if you want to be kept up to date with new videos. Comment if you have any questions or tips. And share if you think someone else might enjoy making one of these. They're really, really cute and simple and so satisfying to make. And I really hope that after this you feel proud of yourself because you've learned something new and you have a physical product to show for it. Alright, let's get into this. Let's get making. So to start off, we'll need a few things. We'll need waxed cord. This one is 1mm in diameter. Scissors, a stone or crystal of your choice, a wooden bead, a little charm, a measuring tape, and a lighter. So we're just going to start by cutting 3 pieces of cord that are 130 centimeters long. Then we're going to get 2 of the cords and we're going to place them over each other like a T. We're going to get our bottom cord, pop on our little charm, and then match the ends up and pull it until we have our center. And once we have our center, it's going to look like this. We're going to loop the ends around and pop them through the loop just to tie our first knot. Now we're going to tie our knot probably about 1 centimeter from the end of the loop. We're going to pull both strings nice and tight so it's neat. Then we're going to get our other cord, place the tails together and pull it so it is in the center. Then we're going to get one of the tails and pop it through our charm so that that string is also through the charm. Then we're going to loop it around and do the same thing that we did with the first. Just pop the tails through the loop and we'll tie a second knot the same distance away as the first knot. Again, pulling on our tails to make it nice and neat. Then we're going to get those 2 loops together and we're going to place our third piece of string through both them. And we'll also place our third string through the charm as well. Again, matching the tails up at the end so that we have the center. And then doing what we did before, looping it around and popping the 2 tails through the loop. Tying a knot the same distance away as the first 2. There we go. So that is the start of our little net. So what we're going to do next is just get 1 string from one pair and 1 string from the neighboring pair, and they're going to become friends. So we'll tie them together the same way that we did our first 2 knots. So we'll just loop it around and pop the tails through the loop. Tying our knot about the same distance away. Then we'll repeat that again. So we'll get one cord from one pair, one cord from the neighbouring pair, and we'll tie those two together. So looping the tails around and just popping them through the loop. So then the last one, we'll tie these two together. And now you can see we've really started the net part of our necklace. So we'll do that again. Grab one from one pair, one from the neighbouring pair, and tie them together. One from one pair, one from the neighbouring pair, and tie them together. And the last one for this round. Pulling on each of the tails individually to make sure our knot is secure. Now we're just going to measure our stone in our net just to make sure it fits nicely. Gorgeous. So that is sitting really nicely in there and I'm really happy with that. So now we're just going to do what's going to make it interchangeable. So we're going to get the front two and separate them. Then we're just going to tie them with one of the pairs from the back. So looping the tails around. And the other side. Just tying it loosely to begin with, just to double check that my stone will definitely still fit in and out and for it to be interchangeable. Pop our stone in. And yes, it definitely pops in and out, so that's great. So now we can tighten up our knots. And then we can pull on each of the strings individually just to make sure it is a really nice, secure and tight knot. That is also nice and neat. Awesome. So once we've done that, we're going to get our wooden bead and hollow it out a bit. I like to use scissors to hollow mine out, so if you're using scissors, just be careful. Don't cut yourself. Once we've hollowed it out to a size that we think is going to fit over both of our knots, we'll get all of our tails together and pop them through the bead. Then we can pull our knots through. I like to pull them through separately because I find it easier for the bead to go over if I do it separately. There we go. So we got our little bead on. Then I'm just going to position it how I want it to be. I think I'm pretty happy with that, how that stone is sitting in the net. So then from here, we can do a cute little design. So you can choose to simply plait the ends if you want a simple sort of finish, or we can do a little bit of macrame design. So I like to use pins just to secure my work, but you definitely don't have to. That's more when I'm doing micro macrame that I like to use the pins, but I feel like it will also work for this project. Go. So if we're going to do like a little, we'll get the 3 strings from one of our knots. I'm going to make a number 4 like this over the center string, then get the string from the other side and go over the tail under the middle one, up and through that loop. And I'm going to do the same thing again, making the number 4 on the same side, over the tail, under the 2, up and through. And again. And again, this will make a really nice spiral knot. That's what this knot is called. If you alternate sides, it will make a square knot, but if you just continue doing it on one side, you'll get a lovely little spiral knot. Which is just nice and decorative and cute. So yeah, this is repetitive. So just focus on your intention and doing your nice deep belly breaths. This is a time of creation, time of patience, and time for you to be kind to yourself. I'm so proud of you guys. You're doing so well. So we'll just continue doing this until we have our little decorative bit, as long as we want it. I don't really want the spiral knot to be too long, so I'm just going to do mine to about here, and then I'm going to braid it the rest of the way. So just taking the outside cord, pulling it to the middle, outside cord, pulling it to the middle, and continuing up like this. This bit's a nice bit, makes it adjustable. So we'll just braid all the way to the end of our cord. Again, focusing on our breathing, using this as a time of mindfulness or meditation. And I'll meet you at the end of the cord. Once we get to the end, I'm just going to do the same little loop around, pop the tails through the loop, and I'm just going to tie the knot as close to the end as I possibly can. And make it nice and tight. And just snip the excess ends off. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. So we'll just repeat that process on the other side so that we have the same length of a spiral knot and the same length of our little braid. And I'll meet you back here. Hooray! So now you've got a beautiful little necklace that looks like this. We've got our two ends finished off. Now to make the adjustable part, we're going to place our two ends parallel to each other, just like this. And we'll get another piece of cord. This one is 33 centimeters long. Place it under the two and tie it just like that. We'll place our ends together to make sure we've got it in the center. Okay, and tie it reasonably tight. Then we're going to make our 4 again, like we did with our spiral knot. And the tail goes over that tail, under the 2, and up and through that loop. And do it reasonably tight. Then the difference is, for this one, compared to the spiral knot that we just did, is we're going to alternate sides. So now we're going to do on this side. So we'll go over the tail, under the 2 middle ones, up and through. Pulling reasonably tight. And on this side again. And back on this side. This side. And one more on this side, I think will do. And that makes our little adjustable tab. And turn it over and just tie these two together once. Twice. And snip the ends off. And these little bits I like to burn to finish, so I'll just bend it back. And there we go. Now our necklace is adjustable. So you can open to make it longer and pull the strings to make it shorter. Hooray, we did it! We have a beautiful little adjustable, interchangeable stone macrame necklace. Hooray! We did it! You made your own little macrame necklace. And I'm so proud of you. And I really hope you're proud of yourself. You did so well. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe and click the little bell if you want to be kept up to date with new videos. Comment if you have any questions or tips. And share if you think someone else might enjoy making one of these. Anyway, big love and happy making.